Hey, it's Rasool Berry, and I'm here at the Mount of Olives in Israel, reflecting on if it matters if we see Jesus as a good man or God. The Mount of Olives has such huge historic significance in Israel. It was about 3,000 years ago that David fled from one of his sons seeking his throne right up into these hills. About a millennium after that, we see Jesus teaching his disciples in this same space. Now, the interesting thing is, even today, 2 millennia later, there's no question that people value and see Jesus as a good teacher. But the reality is, he claimed to be so much more. You see, in John chapter 10, Jesus said, "I and the Father are one." Immediately, his audience picked up stones to begin to stone him to death. In their tradition, the penalty for blasphemy was death. Jesus asked, "For which of my good works are you stoning me for?" They said, "It's not because of any good works that you've done, but it's because you, a mere man, make yourself God." Now, the interesting thing is Jesus didn't correct them or say, "Hey, you kind of misunderstood me," because there was something about him that was claiming to be more than what they were ready to accept. This led C.S. Lewis, the late writer, to reflect and say it really just gives us three options of how we see Jesus: liar, lunatic, or Lord. And that's really where Jesus leaves us. I mean, what do you do with someone who makes statements like, "If anyone would follow me, he must deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me"? Who else has healed the sick, given blind people the ability to see, and then raised people from the dead? I mean, those are huge claims, huge statements. But this is exactly what Jesus did. And not only did he raise others from the dead, he's the only one person in history to raise himself from the dead. And it was actually right here at the Mount of Olives that the disciples record seeing him risen and ascend into heaven. If Jesus is God, then that means that his words, his message is something that we need to listen to and learn from. But if he isn't, then that means his words are something that we should ignore and really even despise. If someone is a liar and they claim to be God, I owe it to myself not to listen to them. If someone is delusional and they claim to be God, I owe it to them not to believe them. But if someone is the divine Son who says, "Come follow me," then I owe it to myself to give him everything that I live for.